kind of said something out there about Talor about, you know, this show isn't about just giving out contracts. I thought for a moment there tonight we were going to see the first show I think ever where there.
So did I. We were on our way. We were on our way. That last fight, we were talking. Let's see what happens in this last fight, and yeah, I mean, if you look at that kid, he comes in against Edmund's brother, right? Who's on fire right now in the UFC, undefeated. I know that they were very confident. This guy has finished, you know, like 6 people in the first round and 4 of them in the first 4 minutes or something like that was the stat on him. He clips him a few times, hurts him, kept his composure, and then fought a beautiful fight after that. Literally fought a beautiful fight. And I just felt that that guy is mentally, physically, and emotionally ready to step into the octagon. I mean, he looked really composed and very mature tonight as a fighter.
Do you worry about having a show with no contracts? Would that feel like a failure of some kind?
No, not at all. I like the second to last fight, I looked at those two and said, has this ever happened? Have we ever not picked somebody? And I don't think it has. I don't think we've ever had a show where we didn't at least do 1 contract, but I thought we were on our way to it tonight.
We all try to guess who you're going to go with. I thought Pokes and Mallory Martin both look good. You said the same, but they're just a little young in their career.
You know, she's 25 years old, and obviously she got hit with a lot of punches tonight, and I thought the other girl's punches weren't that, you know, she wasn't a technically sound striker. And she's young. She's only 25. I mean, she's not even in her prime till she's 28.
Right.
Let her get some more experience. Let her get some more fights. She was 4-2 coming in here. You don't want to come into UFC 25 years old, 4-2. Just, it's not even giving her a chance. She can get so much better.
Yeah, I just wonder.
But she has the attitude and you can tell that she really likes to fight. And I'm sure you guys saw the video of her on top of that girl in Invictus saying, there's no way out, nobody's gonna say. I mean, I like this girl. I like her a lot. She just needs work. She needs time.
Well, so that's what I wonder. Like, there's a lot of good things in her. Jamal Pokes, a lot of good things there. Do you worry about passing on those people? Because now, you know, other organizations can take that spotlight, that shine.
That's where she needs to be. She needs to be in other organizations. She's not ready for this. You know what I mean? Every other organization, I don't care if they think they're, you know, at the UFC level, they're not. And that's where she belongs. Yeah. That's where she should be right now. She should be in those organizations fighting those people. Listen, this is a layup for these other organizations. You just watch this show, and the ones that we don't sign, you should snatch up in a minute. Because I'm telling you right now, I said it before and I'll tell you again, this show's killing it on ESPN+. These guys, these things pull big numbers. Then once it has its run, I flip them onto YouTube, and these things are doing 4.5 million views on YouTube. Yeah. With these kids. So, yeah. I don't worry about other organizations picking them up, because that's why I didn't take her tonight. Because I think she should be in another organization until she's ready for this.
With that ESPN love, are they maybe thinking about picking up the second run of this year, or do you think that'll be a fight pass?
We you know, the talent's getting thin right now. We got to take some time and let the pool fill back up. I know I was being super cocky 6 weeks ago saying we'd pull off a second season, but the boys are freaking out and saying.
So they talked you out of it?
They didn't talk me out of it yet, but it's looking thin. You have to, I mean, we do 100 fights here. 100 fights with the best up-and-coming talent. Yeah. So you have to let the pool fill back up.
So you think probably no? If you had to
I don't know. I hope we do. We'll see. I hope we do.
I want to ask you about Garcia missing weight. You said it straight up. You don't, I mean, because he looked great, right? But you said, hey, you know.
He looked incredible. He looked incredible, but he didn't make weight. He was much bigger than his opponent. And how much longer can he continue? And if he stays at this weight, how many times is he going to miss weight when he's fighting for you? Yeah. The reality is he's a 45-pounder, right? He needs to go to that weight, get a few fights at that weight, then we'll see how he looks.
Is it doing good to at least get in front of you, though, to fight in front of you, to get seen,
he fought in front of tons of people tonight. Yeah. He fought in front of all the media here tonight, the media that's watching on TV, and all the fans from all over the world that are watching. When these kids come on this show, They make way more money than they do in any of the other smaller shows, right? And the level of exposure they get, whether they get signed or they don't, you can't put a number on that.
Would you give him another chance, though, even though he didn't make weight, like in Contender?
Will he get another chance even though he didn't make weight? No, I just said he should move up to 45, get a couple of fights there, and then we'll see how he looks.
But I just wonder, is it like a black market? Like forever will this be the guy that missed weight, so I don't want him? Or
it happens. I mean, we have people that miss weight, and you know, the kid looked great. He improved his record. He made some good money tonight, and now he needs to figure out. Him and his team need to figure out what he should do weight-wise. Like I said, I'm not his coach. I'm not his manager. He needs to figure that out on his own, and then we'll see where he goes from there and how he looks.
So I want to ask you real quick. I think Australia went on sale last week, right? Do you have early tracking on how that one's trending for you?
Yeah, it's sold 32,000 tickets so far. Yeah,
Big start.
looking very good.
You think you get 65,000? Is that the goal?
Yeah, I think when it's all said and done, when you know the way the layout is and everything else, it's around 57,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that'll be a record?
Yeah, I think that'll be a record. Yep.
Dan, while you're still talking about Garcia, do you think you would have offered?
And yes, it's on track to sell out. What's that?
Do you think you would have given Garcia a developmental deal, just off of what you've seen, what you saw tonight?
No, I would have brought him in. Yeah.
In the video package, Shabazian said that, you know, remember he was supposed to fight in week 1 and
Right.
he didn't. He said it wasn't weight related. I'm just curious, does him and his team ever like communicate to you guys what the reason? Because you obviously gave him another.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. For some reason, I thought it was weight related, but I don't remember. For me to honestly tell you right now, I can't. Unless you know. Do you know? Yeah.
We kind of joked last week, you know, that Brock Weaver's on the mic skills were just as good as in the ring.
Right.
It kind of works both ways, though. There's an art to it. In other words, when a guy like Ricky Steele wins a split decision, not that impressive, but gets on the mic and it's like really arrogant, does that kind of turn you off, or does it matter one way or the other?
No, you know, you better be a little arrogant if this is what you do for a living. And I like Ricky Steele, but Ricky Steele's 31 years old. Last time he fought was on The Ultimate Fighter, right, which was like 2018. And then he comes back for this fight. He looked pretty good, you know, but I'd love to see some consistency out of him. You know, I'm looking for young, up-and-coming talent, and on this show specifically, I'm looking for killers. I'm looking for people who have the talent to possibly break into the top 10, top 5, or become world champions. That's what I'm looking for on this show. And if you don't show me that, I'm not interested.
Okay, Ben Askren announced that he's fighting Damian Maia in Singapore. Are you able to confirm that, and if it's the main event of that
Yes,
show?
yes.
That's the headline?
Yep.
Any progress on Diaz and Masvidal since Saturday?
Why did I say I was making Diaz and Masvidal Saturday?
I mean, I think we all want to see that fight, right? I mean, come on, who doesn't want to see that fight?
Well, that's what I said. They asked me, and I said, "Who doesn't want to see that fight?" No, no progress.
I'm going to buy a flight ticket for Borrachinha to go to UFC Australia. Is that true?
What's the
Paulo
question?
Costa,
Is Costa what?
will he be in Australia for that fight?
Are you paying for it?
Yeah. I think so. He wants to go. I told him I'd buy him a ticket. He was going to buy a ticket. I'll buy him a ticket. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he wants to go. I mean, we haven't done anything yet. But unless he changed his mind, yeah, he'll be there.
Another question. Amanda Luna is going to fight Durandamy, right?
Yes.
But she's going to fight 135. She was saying that she will defend her 145 belt. So what's going on? She's not going to defend her 145 belt?
She will.
Not.
She will defend it after this fight.
100%.
Yep, 100%. Yeah. She wants to and she will. I mean, imagine her not having to cut weight. I mean, after beating Cyborg and the other people that she's beat at 135, who does she have to worry about right now that she would be like, oh, I don't want to defend my 45-pound title?
I agree, but after her last fight, she said, I'm pretty sure, 100%, my next fight is going to be 145.
She was wrong.
Yeah, well, that's my question. What happened? Why?
I don't know. Because Durandamy was next and Durandamy wanted to fight at 35.
Was that fight offered to the Random in 145 though?
I have no idea. Does it matter? It doesn't really
Did you ever
matter.
end up talking to Cyborg again after everything that went down? Did
No. No, we never talked again.
Did you tender the paperwork that she needed to be free, or has people contacted you about a contract?
Are you kidding me? If I didn't send her the paperwork, you'd have heard about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cejudo told us that he wants to fight Aldo if that fight is possible. I want to know your opinion.
Who said that? Henry Cejudo? Yeah. So right now, we have some things playing out at 135 pounds. What we'd like to see Cejudo do is defend his title against Benavidez. Benavidez is ready. It's the right thing to do. If he can't, then he needs to give up one of the belts.
Do you think Aldo could make 135?
No. I don't think Aldo could make. Aldo has a tough time making 45. No.
Do you know when you think Cejudo would be ready?
Huh?
Do you know when Cejudo should be ready?
That I don't know.
Okay.
He said January or
January.
beginning of next year. So.
But if he could do it in January, face Benavidez, then he could keep both titles. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
But it just needs to be 125 first.
Exactly. Yeah, he needs to defend that title. First of all, we're playing some things out to see who's going to be the next challenger at 35. Benavidez is ready to go. He deserves it. And he's got to win over Cejudo.
Does Aldo need to prove you that he can make 135 though before?
Aldo sent me a text telling me that he wants to do this. So we really haven't talked about it. But I just, there's no way that kid can make 35 pounds. There's no way. No way.
Not even
Do you
like-
remember when he was the champ and everything, how hard it was for him to make 45 pounds? And he's not any younger. So I honestly, I haven't even taken that serious, Love Aldo, and I want to do what he wants to do. But I don't think I want to see him try to cut to 35. I don't think that's going to be good for him.
You gonna be here next week, or are you gonna?
Yeah,
leave
I
your
fly
time-
out right out.
Right after?
I fly out right after.
Are you? I know you mentioned like, hey, I'm gonna be there even if I'm there by myself. Are you worried at all? I mean, I know China's such an amazing market for you guys and big opportunity, and all this stuff's going on.
No, not worried. Yeah, I am ready to roll. I'm excited for that fight. Obviously, very important fight for China. First ever Chinese fighter going for a world title. And then Brazil, we all know how much Brazil loves having champions and how dominant they've been through the years. So very important for them to keep the title.
And then you stay in China before you go to Abu Dhabi, or how does that work?
No,
out?
I go straight to Abu Dhabi from China, yeah.
How excited are you for that to be back in Abu Dhabi? Kind of, you guys are partners again or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you feeling especially excited about this title fight?
Yeah. The Crown Prince over there and the whole family from Sheikh Taknoon and those guys have always been great. They're huge fans. They all train. So I got Matt Serra and Dean Thomas going over there with me, and we're going to do some looking for a fight style stuff all week. So the Abu Dhabi has set up things for us to do every day over there. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Have they given you an indication? Is it going to be like, tough on Poirier over there? Is this like a 100% pro Habib crowd? Is this going to be like?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard what first of all, it's sold out immediately. So I don't know what the ratio is of Middle Eastern, Muslims to, not. But I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be a very high Muslim factor at the fight. So yeah, I don't think unless Poirier brings people with him, I don't think he's going to get too many cheers over there.
Is this an indoor venue this time instead of outdoor like last time?
Yeah, it's indoor.
Just 3 days after UFC 241, is there any update about Daniel Cormier?
Any updates about
Daniel
Cormier? I haven't talked to him. No, I haven't talked to him. The fight just happened on Saturday. I haven't talked to him. Stipe. I talked to Pettis today, but other than that, I don't talk to any of those guys. I leave them alone, let them enjoy their family and do what they're doing. And, it isn't until like the bruises start to heal and, all that shit before they want to start talking fighting again. So I leave them alone.
Can you see any one of the main or co-main fighters from that event be on the Madison Square Garden event?
The main or I don't know. I don't know yet. You know, I don't know what those guys are thinking. Or Pettis thought his foot was broken. Ends up it's just, you know, damaged, and he'll be okay. No surgery or anything like that. And I know Nate Diaz had some stitches and stuff, but other than that, Stipe and Cormier, that was a fucking war between two heavyweights who hit like trucks, and those guys need some time to, you know, definitely need some time. So
I know you said you wanted DC to keep fighting. After that Saturday night, do you still want to see him come back? Or
I think he's one of the best in the world. I was looking at the rankings today when they came out, which is fucking insane to me. But this guy on Saturday night was the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. He loses and drops to number 7. And he loses to the #1 heavyweight contender in the world, and the guy who has the most, the most consecutive title defenses in UFC history. And Cormier drops to number 7. It's crazy. He's much higher than that, and he's one of the best to ever do it, and he's still one of the best in the world. He looked damn good until, like I said, the night of the fight. Whoever came up with that, you know, go to the body game plan in between rounds was fucking brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. And it was even more brilliant the way Stipe executed it. So, yes, I think he's one of the best in the world, and I don't think he should retire, but that's up to him and his family.
He said, give me the trilogy, man. I want to go one more time with Stipe.
I'll do anything he wants to do, and obviously anything that Stipe wants to do. You know, Stipe's got to want the trilogy too.
Has he given any indications that he wouldn't want that?
Who?
Stipe?
I haven't talked to Stipe. I haven't talked to any of them except Pettis. Cool?
Thanks, Dave.
All right, you guys.